Due to gross negligence and technically illegal stranding of citizens on uninhabited islands, Nook Industries is no longer offering the camping island getaway package. We promise that all islands that you are put on are fully furnished. Are you gonna be Tommy, Sam?
Yeah.
I love it.
Hallberg used to be a major city in the area. In fact, this entire thing is set in the world of Forgotten Realms, for those of you who care about that kind of thing. I don't particularly.
But we found them. We found it's the Found Coast.
I remember them.
We know where it is.
So a while ago, the city of Hallberg was attacked by the Dreadlich. Let me double check this guy's name. His name was Gary.
I'm sorry. We've had Vecna, we've had Kaz the Betrayer, we've had signature names, and the Lich that felled this city was named Gary.
The Dreadlich, Gari, pronounced Gary. It's very specifically said.
And the lights flicker in the hallway, and he's like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, no."
I pull off his little key card, I tap it, I slap his cheek a little bit, call him a good boy, and walk through the door.
And he counts his lucky stars.
No. His life is different now. You just gave him a kink.
You've shot his legs and his arms, however, up to hell. They're out of HP.
What about his genital triangle?
Oh, right. I forgot he had a genital zone.
And we still get to choose where they get hit.
Yeah, 23 damage straight to one of the Franks' genital zones. So that's the thing that's happened.
Which, as I will remind, now splashes out to all other adjacent enemies.
I did aim at the central.
You did aim at the central, and it will splash out. I forgot. When you guys hit the genitals, I have to make a... Oh! Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Good.
Want to make sure? My nards. I was so sorry. My nards. This all happens within the flash of entire seconds. And the academic gentleman who's in the bar just goes, "Oh my goodness, so much violence, so unnecessary, please stop."
It was not unnecessary. They were about to rob you.
No, they weren't. You don't know that for sure.
Were you about to rob this
Sir,
man?
they absolutely were.
Just talking to the two guys that I've got. Were you about to rob this man?
They can't nod, they're in your thighs.
Thumbs up if we
One of them is just like, yes.
All of you are expecting Howie's usual entrance music of, the log rider waltz where Howie jumps to the log and playfully goes back and forth. That is gone.
Oh no.
All you start to hearing is Burn It to the Ground by Nickelback, getting louder and louder and louder.
Why?
As Howie walks with his bleached Tim Hortons uniform, halfway rips it off and just screams at.
I would like to make an attempt at something.
Sure.
Okay.
I would like to roll Orate to see if I can banish this creature with the power of Christ.
Oh my god, wait, yeah.
What is your religious or your spiritual?
Spiritual is 11.
Okay.
So can I roll like a passion?
Do you have a passion of hate, demon, anything that applies to this?
Honor?
I mean, a Saxon is just how you
Loyalty
describe anything
Lord.
that's
My
not
lord?
British, right?
Save the
Loyalty Lord.
child?
I'll let you roll Loyalty Lord.
Okay,
Yeah?
let's try that. Let's try that. Under 16. It's 16 on the mark.
Okay.
Um,
So that's a critical success. That will go up by 1 next time.
I have an Orate of 14, so I have to roll under 24.
No, you roll under
Yeah.
34 when you critical a passion.
Oh!
Yeah!
Okay, so then what do I crit on for this roll?
34, you crit on a 6 or better.
What?
Power of
Very
Christ
good.
compels you, bitch.
Dice
So
are
he
great.
Gets off his
Dice are
horse,
great.
walks over to William Cypher, takes
motherfucker-
out his
hold on,
crucifix
shut up.
from his armor,
Shut up. Did this motherfucker get
holds
exactly
it
a
up,
6? God, I hate
and
you.
just goes, Christ.
No, listen, no, hang on. You need to rub a little more stink on that because I didn't hear enough syllables.
Jahiz Hassa.
Don't forget to roll the R. Don't forget to roll the R.
It's like yeah, he's just like
Go ahead, Daddy. Slap me like I'm the bad girl. I don't care. We
The three-
ball.
Welcome back, everyone, to D20 Live. Our first stream of 2025. We actually meant to do this last week, but it was tiring and stressful and a lot to move in because both my Sam and myself got very sick, and I can't see the chat. Where is it?
It's over in the top right, honey.
26. Never mind. That is Squall coming in. Can I get anyone on YouTube to say hi? Sorry, 2026, exactly. Ugh, God. So, for those of you who aren't watching the Optimal Duo stream, Sam and I are very, very sick. We're trying to recover and trying to get everything up right. I have the same thing, Mike. It takes me 6 months to get used to the New Year's. Yeah, no, it is not a fun journey for everyone. But how was everyone's Christmas and New Year? This is a craft check. However, I don't have my crafting supplies unpacked from the move just yet. So you
This
get
is a test stream
the.
to test the damn thing to make sure it's working.
So we'll only be streaming for about an hour as you all spool in and ask questions.
I'm tired and sick.
Sam is here
I
being
have the baby here.
Sam is being her usual bubbly self.
I'm doing my best. And I'm trying to block the baby from being shown on camera. No, you don't.
So far works great and you're understandable. That is good to hear. I am here to support my wife.
It's a stress test because
Yeah.
we don't know how the internet works here. We know it's fine for Optimal Duo because Optimal Duo is a low stress test.
And there's no camera. So we're just trying to make sure that the OBS setups are working, that the layout is working. Oh, yes, it is that time of the season. Is he okay?
He's fine. He's complaining because he wants to be on camera and he's finding every single way on how to do it.
So, on that positive note, I'm here to answer your questions. I should tell the Discord that we're live. All right, that's working. And yeah, everything seems to have spooled up correctly. All right, awesome. Just making sure my child does not escape.
I have the child. Focus on the stream.
Well, there's nothing happening on the stream. So, I guess the Discord is a bit asleep today. I guess it is. I'm glad our survey completed pretty well. We got some really nice data points for what was going to need to be done for the new year, what needed to be overhauled, and what needed to be, what did well. Surprisingly, none of my games were the favorite game of the year. Actually, Ghostbusters Detroit took it for a lot of people, which is really big compliment to Tom and the work he did. Apart from that, a lot of you, and I mean a lot of you, have said what games you want revived. And that's really cool. And we're going to do our best to bring them up and running in the new year as we finish out some major story arcs and stuff. We've got a major announcement, which I am going to give once we get a couple more people in as we go forward. But yeah, no, we're just relaxing, having a nice, easy stream. And I actually had a really interesting email come across my deck today. Because, as some of you may or may not know, I am a how can I help?
Focus on the stream. I have the baby.
Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, you guys know me very much that I've been slowly making my way through tabletop history as we've gone along. And one of the big things that I've talked about at length, or refer to, or more accurately, just kind of obsessed over, is the great loss of history that is Castle Greyhawk. For those of you who don't know, there are two, as far as I know, there may be others. There are two great forms of lost media in the tabletop community, as I am aware, from the Dungeons and Dragons land. This is including some of the Dark Sun modules that have been lost from convention experiences and things like that. And these two are Castle Greyhawk and Blackmoor, like the majority of the Blackmoor notes. I'll explain. When Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson were first doing their initial games, they would run games at conventions, the original Origins conventions that now are the major super event that we see that broadcasts across for several days. And sorry, I am finding the spools in my brain. The Origin event that happens across several days. And what Dave Arneson would do is he would run games in his world of Blackmoor. And his world and the notes from that were eventually adapted into the original white box, the D&D 0th edition, if you can consider that. And the other, and the one that became far more infamous, is Castle Greyhawk. And I'll talk about Dave Arneson's stuff at a later date. My child. My child. You are not the one streaming today. I love you very much. But it's not your turn to stream yet. Okay? Alright? Good kid, very chatty. Don't rebut me. Alright, cool. The child has been placated. Anyway. So, Castle Greyhawk is very infamous because this is the module that Gary used to basically sell people on Dungeons and Dragons. He would run people up and down through this module, and they would have a grand old time, and it was great. Gary's notes for years were lost to time. Now, some stuff has slipped out over the course of the years. Rob Kuntz has released the El Raja Key, which has his notes from the original Lake Geneva gatherings where Gary would play, because Rob Kuntz was his co-DM, and I've read and I have found the El Raja Key. And I have had the pleasure of reading portions of the El Raja Key, and it's great. It's honestly really cool, and I can't recommend it enough. If you are a tabletop historian who wants to see just sort of how it was done, I recommend that you read it or go through it and acquire it if you have any interest in developing your craft in tabletop, because so much of what might get hand-waved by away by various people who play tabletop is as silly or frivolous or too much crossover fluff and things like that, is present in the El Raja Key as notes. There are levels of the original Castle Greyhawk that showcase going to the Land of Oz, that showcase going to Valhalla, and all this stuff. And it's great. It's amazing, and it's very interesting. But Gary himself made what was considered a definitive version long after leaving Dungeons and Dragons, called Castle Zagig. If you can't Gygax, right? Discord is really asleep today. It is doing a bullet to my self-esteem. How's everybody? Oh well. Apparently fighting the cast of Star Trek. Yes, that is true, Silver Fox are. But yeah, there were numerous things that they did. They had incredible adventures up and down this castle. But a formal set of notes was never released by Gary himself. Now, for those of you who do know the old tabletop catalog, there are two modules. Ruins of Castle Greyhawk, the first one is Castle Greyhawk, which was made right after Gary left. It is basically, by most experts who have played the module and read it, a giant middle finger to Gary Gygax from the company. So, here. To those of us in the modern era who are mad at Gary Gygax for being a bioessentialist, for many of his views on women, fair. But if you ask me to say who I feel more against, the corporation whom he helped founded, that he got ousted from, and the man who founded, you can guess where my leanings are on that. Not that I agree with any of Gary's personal views on bioessentialism or rights of trans people or anything like that.
Or even his opinions on women.
What? No, I don't agree with him at all. Gary fundamentally believed that women could not play tabletop, and she's sitting right there. And she knows Thaco better than I ever will. And when this one stops freaking out, he will learn too. But yeah, so lost my train of thought. So the next is Ruins of Castle Greyhawk, which is basically a tribute adventure. And apart from that, there are 3 other modules that are supposed to be levels of Castle Greyhawk. One of which is called Island of the Ape, which is a Gary Gygax version of King Kong. I can't remember what the other 2 are. And their names always escape me. But according to the experts who have played many of the classic modules, Island of the Ape is the hardest. It's harder even than the infamous Tomb of Horrors. She will impart the child the ancient languages of Thaco, and all will despair. She will. But Gary himself had not contributed until the release of Castle Zagig, which was released with Troll Lord Games. However, Gary passed away before he could finish those modules, and those modules were held in Estus by his widow. And I'm not here to shit on Gary Gygax's widow either for any of her conduct. I know she's a big villain in the archivist history community. I'm not here to do that. I know that Gail Gygax got the shit harassed out of her by a good portion of the tabletop community in the early 2000s, and she lives in fear perpetually of how she's been treated. And I am not here to give that poor woman a hard time. Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure the chat's working properly. Sorry, it's hard to look at my family. However, those rights were finally...
Focus.
I'm worried about you.
You're fine. Focus.
Okay.
This is the reason why I need a babysitter.
Yeah. However... That was deep. What are you guys talking about? We are talking about Dungeons and Dragons and Castle Zagig. So it was held in Estes. There was a huge legal thing of trying to get the last of Gary's notes out for years, and we got them, guys. They are being released through Kickstarter. I backed the first Kickstarter. I will be backing for the last 2 books, but I have finally gotten the first volume of Castle Zagig, The Citadel. And I have the notes for it. I am looking at the alpha preview on my second screen right now, and I'm really happy to be getting this section of history. And all I have to do now is somehow get my hands on Dave Arneson's notes, and I have the roots of all of this up. Hey, Cap Foss! And I can't talk about how pleased I am to be looking at this alpha for this right now. It's something I've wanted to see for many years. I hope it lifts people up in the community, and I hope there's great design knowledge to be learned from it. Because, like, regardless of how you may feel about Gary, and your opinion is valid, the opinions on Gary are diverse, nuanced, and challenging. But there is benefit. Oh my god, I didn't put my wedding rings on.
Forgive you.
Yeah. Would that translate towards the potential of a live game 1 year, maybe charity stream? Here's the thing. Probably. More than likely, honestly. I gotta review it, because the thing is, I have had an incredible need to run the team through an insanely evil dungeon crawl of some kind, especially in Dungeon Crawl Classics. I don't know what that is yet, and it haunts me. This would kind of be the one, and making my own version of Castle Greyhawk and taking these notes and taking the Elraja key and adding back in a lot of the zaniness from Island of the Ape and things like that, and probably doing something historically close to that. But that's part of a bigger conversation that we are having about more games for D20 Live in the years to come. Not just yet. My wife and I are finding the balance with our little one, and the team is learning to find their balance within their own lives. But we're working on it, and it's something we all actively want. The other thing that I am working on, of course, is the upcoming Exalted game in March, trying to get the team together to start building their characters. Because Exalted is by far one of my favorite settings out there in tabletop, and I'm looking severely forward towards that. And I have had the opportunity to get my hands on. I have the books for that. There's no big issue. And I finally got my 5th player. And yeah, we'll be going from there. Who's got questions, though? Because we're only on for an hour today, because this is just a quick stress test to make sure everything is okay. Feel free to rapid fire any questions you've got, or if you've asked these questions before. We are just slowly trying to find the balance. Oh, man. I'm just looking at this book, and I'm just so pleased that I got my hands on it from a historical perspective. Oh, just wondering how the move went. For moves, it went really well. It went really, really well. The challenge has been unpacking, because it's just been me and Sam.
You've been sick.
And we got sick, and the little one got sick. And it's been real rough on that. But no, it was a really, really good move. The space is really nice, as you can see. I've got a nice little fireplace behind me, the TV set up right behind me. And yeah, no, it was a really, really, really good move, all things considered. It could have been a heck of a different story. What else should I talk about? Oh, I also kickstarted Back to Tune. Ooh, rough. It's been going around. I hope you're doing well now. I don't think I'm doing well. I blacked out for a total of 40 minutes today before stream. Yeah, the TV's reflection might be a problem. You think?
Can you see me in that?
No, they can't. They can see. They see the couch and the back of the baby's chair.
That's fine, because as long as it's not pointed at me at this very second.
It's not. Because it's angled. It's angled the other way. There's literally no way for it to reflect you.
Good. Hello.
Hmm?
Hello.
Hello.
It's me.
Hello. You can see. It's little Sam. It's little... Well, I know you don't want to see your kids, meaning it's another angle to keep track of. Yeah, I know. But thankfully, it's... Well, it's only one kid now, but, you know. My wife wants more.
I do.
They're saying hi to you.
Hello. I'm tired and sick. I don't know why we did this today. But we had to do it because if there was an issue with the internet, then we had to, you know.
Yeah, and if there was an issue with OBS.
Yeah, we had to fix it.
Yeah.
So really, we'll do another craft check later this month when we have a little bit more faculties.
Yeah.
And we'll get people to like actually be on the stream for Discord so we can actually do a real stress test. This is just to make sure that OBS did fucking die.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, you could probably put an image on the screen or even put a D20 Lives poster over during games. Actually, we do have that banner, don't we?
We have the banner, we have posters, we have lots of things.
Yeah, that we can put over there. Hello, tired and sick Sam. Oh, I wanted to ask, do you guys have plans to post up gods of your duo content? Gods? VODs. They wrote gods.
I know. They're probably writing on keyboard.
Probably.
It's got autocorrect.
Yeah, actually. We've wanted to do that for like a while. Ruby, are you watching us on Optimal Duo?
Okay.
Oh. Man. It's so weird that the schedule was done autocorrect. Fair enough. But yeah, the schedule for the year is done. Like, it is outright complete and finished, and we know everything that's going to happen. You guys are in for a really, really big, wonderful blowout to the end of God War. And we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be really different from what we did last time we did a story arc. And after that, we're going to not do a story arc for a while, as my wife and I try to find sense and balance in our lives and calm everything down and take care of our little one and get our lives pulled together and try to get better at promoting ourselves in this new heyday of which we're doing. And I guess this is a good time to bring up what we are. I caught your second Chrono Trigger and I enjoyed it a lot. I wish I could have caught the first and latest. Yeah, well, fair enough. All of the VODs for Optimal Duo are archived. Some of them aren't going to see the light of day because, like, sensitive information about where we were living at the time got released.
I might cut it.
Yeah.
Right.
And there is one of the Chrono Trigger ones. Literally, our kid switched the camera. Literally, so this is what happened with our kid. The stream deck was right in front of him. He slammed the exact button to show his face, leaned back, and went right into the shot.
Yeah.
So this kid very much wants to be on camera in a big way, which is a thing we are actively fighting with every fiber of our human being. So one of the directions, I guess I can bring this up now, that we are going to have going forward. Honestly, having fun playing games and honestly weaving games together in a story is possible later. Yeah. We know. It was a really good thing to help get everyone into different D20 live games when we were first getting set up. But we have the kid's like, I want the stream to be about me. Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Focus.
You want to just go back to the room and have a nap with him?
Focus.
Okay. Definitely sounds like your kid, lol. Yeah. So, I hear you. So, one of the things that is going to be happening, not this year, but next year, is, and this is really hard to say finally publicly. Yeah, did you want to announce it now, or do you want to announce it next time?
I mean, we can announce it now if you want to announce it now.
Well, might as well tell them now. What's the point in delaying it?
All right.
We're going to be rebranding D20 Live next year. And it's a decision that's come after a lot of looking at the analytics, a lot of the reality of the fact is that, hi Smith, the reality of the situation is that we're getting killed. And we know who's doing it, and we know they do it, and they don't care that they're doing it. But our name is unfortunately getting buried, and our leads are getting buried. And when you guys talk about us to other people on other Discords, because I know you guys do this, they all say the same thing. It's, oh, you mean Dimension 20 from Dropout? I'm like, hi Sam, how you doing today? How are you doing today? Very sick, still recovering, very tired. And a lot of you are trying to actively promote us, and we are grateful for that, and we want to make your life easier for that. And when we're called D20 Live, it doesn't work, right? And it sucks because it's the name we've had. However, next year is our 15-year anniversary. I mention you every chance I get. I know you do. Is our 15-year anniversary. We've broken 2,000 subscribers, and it's a good time.
I'm just going in the other room.
All right, I love you. You want help?
No, focus.
Okay. And it is a good time. Oh, poor little man. And it's a good time to make that change. And it sucks, but you know what? It's a name and it doesn't define us. So you're changing the name? Yeah. We're going to keep D20 Live sort of as a subheading for a couple years, just so to ease that transition. But we are workshopping new names. And they are all very, very... Any idea on a new name yet? You guys want to hear some of the stupid names the team has come up with? You want to hear them? The veil of unending idiocy that my crew and I have come up with to try and definitely figure out to rebrand be tricky, but it'll help. Yeah, no, that's what everyone's kind of, yes, but yes. All right, cool. So, names we threw down. Oh, what the hell? Why did you do that? Okay, cool. It's not letting me open Discord. It is not letting me open Discord on my computer so I can look at it. That's great. So I will go to the chat window on my phone and look like a fucking weirdo. I am very tired. Let's see here. All right, here we go. All right, so Tales from the Dumbass Inn. Roll for Embarrassment. Tales of the Buffoon Table. Sweaty Baby Gaming. Bardic Buffoons. Cobra Chickens. The Maple Adventure Bards. We're Canadian, beavers are a thing. Dangerous Dice Players, which I kind of like. The Waffle House Throwdown. We Want Sponsors. The West Side Motherfuckers. Dick Gamers. can't even say that. I can't even say it. I can't even say it. The Roleplay Rascals. Tabletop Tomfoolery. Yeah, what's up? Let me see when they stop trying to hard. Yeah, right. Maple flavored vitriol. Here's the thing. I'm scrolling backwards from the bottom of the conversation. Waffle Wars, I said that. What else we got? Dice to meet you. It's okay. Let the laughter throw for you, Mike. Thank you. Yeah. The Great Dice North. Monsters and Math Rocks. This is just calling ourselves either the Scarlet Gorilla Brotherhood or the Maple Gorilla Brotherhood. Danger Raiders. We never hit the insanity. Hey, Byron. Yes, I'm hungry again. C4. You know, because we should name ourselves after an explosive, get ourselves banned. Half-baked questing. Crotch headbutt adventures. Let's hear it for the SGB. What else? Tales from the Dodo Inn. Questionable alignment. Alignment chart. A gif of Sam being angry. Fire in the Darkness. Fireball Tales. Roll for acrobatics. Roll for roleplay. Tavern at the End of Reality. Roll for rolling. And I think that's it. We ran out of real names at that point, and we were discussing things we could do with C4 after that, the conversation, and just general all plans for the year. May I throw for a roll for tables? Yeah. So Tavern at the End of the Reality really works. I like it seeing you guys can play games in so many different settings and mishmash things. I think Tavern at the End of Reality works. Okay. So yeah, we have the year. Fireball Tales goes so hard. But yeah. I'd probably avoid the roll for X formatting because that's getting a couple different things using it. Yeah, fair enough. So yeah. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. But yeah, so that's just sort of where that's at right now, is a bunch of stupidity. Another fun thing I can announce, and that'll get announced on the Discord by the moderators properly, probably on Tuesday. We're going back to Anime North. And we are, I can't list the schedule or the guests just yet. We are currently pitching the Goose, the Waffle, and the Dice. We are currently pitching a whole new module to our guests. We have 2 possible modules for the year, and one of them, do you want me to do it now? Can you do it on Tuesday, Smith? Ooh, if I had money, I'd be there. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird one. Cause okay, so guys, you gotta understand something. 2 modules were written. Okay? 2 modules not written. I had 2 module concepts, all right? One of which is the same kind of thing I do every year, which is I take an anime. I do a weird little side story, Elseworlds kind of story that I try to tie into the canon of it. I'm hell busy myself. I put myself in mod chat. Okay. Or we do the module. No. We do a genre that I have never done before, and a module that I wrote that is 2 pages long, and I wrote at midnight, mid-move. And to this day, everyone I have pitched the second module to has said, yeah, forget the first one, you're doing the second. Okay? I will not spoil what that is. However, all of you will be contributing to it. Okay? Each, and you all will have a chance on the Discord to contribute to this adventure. I will let you do that. We should name the post-show cooldown alignment Shark. I will show you. Oh man, use an enemy you guys want to use. Lack of sleep in the middle of the move. Insanity is usually a hit. Because there's no quest. There's no great adventure. And I am playing a woman. And for those of you who recall, the women that I've played on D20 Live that have not been just regular NPCs, but when I roleplay a female character, as Jordan called it, was a cross-dressing disaster. This will be the type of feral, raw insanity if I can get this pulled off. Stop spoiling. I mean... All right. Yes, Silver Foxer. It's not. It may not be called Femina, but it's gonna be her. For those of you who remember Dom's old Mind Wipe game, I'm bringing back Femina. Because one of the potential guests I was talking to, and they were saying to me, "Oh, I don't want to be." I do. You've played enough maids to be a Sentai team. Is that it? Mike's Sentai maid team of all the maids I've ever. Anyway, and they were, and they've. One of the guests is someone one of the potential guests is someone I know, and they've expressed in the past like, "Hey, I'm not comfortable doing romance scenes." And then I told them about the character that I was doing, and they went, "Oh, I see." So that's just a hint about where that's going. More information will be coming out once that's locked in. And hopefully I can convince the guests to go with it. If not, we'll be doing a thing, and I'll say that for another year. It's an evergreen idea. Apart from that, there is another major event announcement coming up. I just have to get permission to doing that. If you have been paying attention, you can guess exactly what that event is. One thing I can talk about is I'm going to kind of retire the RPG 101 panel this year for Anime North, and I'm going to try and do something a little different. And I'm thinking of doing tabletop games you can play when you're sick of Dungeons and Dragons. Because one, you can't stop me from talking about different tabletop games. And two, I want to keep things fresh. Oh no. But yeah, I've done the RPG 101 panel now so many times. It is usually a pretty good experience, but it doesn't get a really big turnout. So I thought I'd try a different kind of format. So I missed it then, stupid having a job at a con. Like Smith, it's been like the panel has been like run multiple times now over the course of like several years. Are you doing this because of that one panel you went to last year that is essentially a guy talking about Pathfinder for 20 minutes and saying it was crunchier than D&D? No. No, that's not the reason. That's not the reason at all. I'm not petty like that. Still nothing wrong with the Q&A period during the new panel. Exactly. So. I feel like Sam's just mad at me now. I'm not small and petty like that. I wouldn't. Yes, it is the reason. Yes, you are petty like that. Thank you, my darling wife, throwing me down the stairs like that. Sam outs you in YouTube chat. Yeah. I am a small and petty man, and had I the power to crush my enemies, I would do so. She's grumbling because she wants a nap. She does. She deserves a nap. I am a small and petty man, and had I the power to crush my enemies, I would use it judiciously. But yeah, so I'm doing it because Well, one, I've done the RPG 101 panel so much now that it needs a dramatic overhaul. Period. End of sentence. And two, yeah, I just wanted to do something different. The RPG 101 panel might just become Game Master advice or something, and I give tips and stuff. Definitely deserves a nap and chalky milk and head pats. Yeah, well, as soon as this stream is done, about like 15 minutes, I'm going to order up dinner for her and me, and I'm going to go out and get it, and it's going to be good. By the way, Mike, I figured out a Sentai team name for you. Bring it on. Bring it on. Roru Pengu Sentai Maru. Don't know what that means. All right. But yeah. So there's that. There won't be a lot of new games this year for obvious reasons, because we're finishing up, of course, the current story arc of God War and giving that a nice little bow on the end of it to conclude. There is a major role-playing squadron Maid Ranger. Oh, I see. I see. And putting a nice little bow on the end of that. There's a big thing coming up. It's not going to happen right now, but probably within the next month or two, where we need your input on some of your favorite characters for a big thing. Pathfinder is past edition crunch when it comes to PF1. PF2 is a different character asks. Yep. Yes, it is. Well, because here's the thing. If you're going to talk about, here's the thing. And this is the thing I've learned from doing the RPG 101 panel and talking about different games. People don't want to play, if you are leaving Dungeons and Dragons, you're having your own time in Dungeons and Dragons, you're having a great time, cool. People don't leave Dungeons and Dragons to play the same game. They don't. They leave for the differences. They play Pathfinder 2 because it plays differently. They play Daggerheart because they're Sims. I'm kidding. I'm going to do a round robin and get some character art for the favorite NPCs. But when you go out to do different things, you don't go out and play Cyberpunk because it's like D&D. You go out and play Cyberpunk because it's, oh wow, I can go be in a city and deal with drug dealers, and I've got to fight these forces of evil. And not fight these forces, get caught in a bad why keep doing drug deal? Get caught in a bad cyberware deal. Or get fight the corpos and die trying and leave a beautiful corpse, or run with the nomads, right? You leave for the differences. You don't go play Pendragon because it's like D&D. Cyberpunk, if you want more sanity. You go play. I'm going through games now. Screw it. I have a fucking internet connection. I'm going to go look at the goddamn games that are on top of drive through. I can just go look at the top games now. Let's go. Yeah. You go play Index Card RPG because you want to do an entire different experience. You play Call of Cthulhu because you want to go have a while. You want to feel the crush of darkness. You play Delta Green because you want to also be you love X-Files. You play, what else do we have here? There's Daggerheart right there in the top. You play Warhammer 40,000 because you want to be a big buff space marine. All of these are different experiences. You play Star Trek because you want to play a game as a Star Trek character. And quite frankly, yeah, I don't blame anyone for that. I think that's an incredible, great setting. You want to play the Alien RPG because you want to feel that crushing weight of the thing. You play Gamma World to see where Fall came from. You play these games. I doubt it's on top of the chart, but Everyday Heroes, despite the Crow book being a hellhole. Sam so badly wants to run a Crow game with us in it. Oh, you have a question? All right, Sam, I'm always going to answer whatever question you've got. I'll wait for her to type that in. But yeah, you play 13th Age because you want to try a different experience, right? It's just this you are always looking to do different and new things, and you have to be open to that experience. Lancer, Stargate, Mutants Mastermind, Hero. I never realized Scarlet's power set. Have you not? I figured we all knew what it was. Time stuff? Everyday Heroes also says Highlander, but the header overly do is far better for combat. Do we reveal it? You can reveal it now if you want to, but you've got like several modules coming up where you can really show that off and give it a nice big debut. You should hype now that she does have a power set. Oh boy, the drama around Everyday Heroes is a lot. We're very interested to see in that. Yeah, hype it, Sam. This year you're going to reveal Scarlet's power set and what she can do. I don't even know all the drama around Everyday Heroes. I do it during Maid. Speaking of the man, Farthad is in its crowdfunding mode now. Oh god, nothing off the fucking back. Although, I'm more than certain an M&M book is going to reach stores, but I'm probably going to have to back that. Yeah. Because it's not just the setting you play, it's how the core mechanics work. And there's so many things. I can talk about Traveler. I will definitely talk about Pendragon, because it's me. I won't shut up about Pendragon. I can talk about the CEO. If people can find my old DVR page, you can get some hints. Yeah. If you can find it. Hell, if you can find my current AO3 page, you can find hints about future D20 Live plots. I've been quite a few EDH games. It depends on the setting. I've been in the Division, TMNT, and Parallel Division with random sets of heroes. I'm playing a survivalist with Gearhead class with the style of Snake Plissken. In what game, Squall? Did you say what game it was? Oh, Everyday Heroes. Oh, Everyday Heroes. God, I was reading EDH's Magic cards. God, I'm tired. Is TMNT better in... It's not that hard to find it. Yeah, I purposely hid my Hero 3 account. How is... Like, I've heard none of you say a damn good thing about Everyday Heroes. Like, at all. And I'm curious about it. Because it's still out there and still doing stuff. My friend made it work because it was something that came up. Yeah. The CEO made decisions. The game itself is solved for someone who wanted modern. I backed it for the urban fantasy game. I run it, but only at events in present. I ended up modding 5e for what I want. Okay. All right. An evil genius loves some of his ideas. Cool. But yeah, no, there's so much out there. Everyday Heroes is a 5e variant as far as I can tell. Oh, big shock, surprise, and all. Yeah. Yeah, I've had an uphill road trying to find, as if for those of you who follow me on Blue Sky, I literally did a long Blue Sky thread about the saga of me trying to find I think you can do much better with other games. Yeah. Of trying to find a Transformers RPG. I've been racking my brain with the D20 Live alternative names. Suddenly Jack and Ape Tales comes to mind or something to that effect. Yeah. A lot of the team naming has been find something that hits the multiverse aspect and the stupid aspect with us. But yeah. Byron, I think the choice to make Highlander, we're at 5 minutes. I know, Sam. I think the choice to make Highlander a Pendragon game was probably the best choice we could have made, because it honestly feels like it was built for that. And if more stuff is released in the in that style for different weapons from different cultures, then I think that's good growth. We can go. Laughter dice? Maybe. We came with a synthezoid setup as I want to run someone as their conscious digitized put in a synthezoid body. For its core, but a lot of the character creation has been overhauled. Maybe. But yeah, the big thing for me has been trying to find a Transformers RPG. And not just going through the Renegade Studios rules. Because everyone who owns those books has said to me definitively, if you can find another system, go get it. And I'm like, all right. Fair. But they're releasing all this stuff, right? Like the line hasn't gone away. It hasn't failed. The RPG hasn't failed the way I know an RPG that fails is to fail, where you're like, we released 2 books and now we're gone. No, stuff is still coming out, right? So can't have failed that badly, right? So I don't know. I mean, I can do the easy thing. There's easy things I can do. It's just strength. Either way, there will be a Transformers game next year. Because, fun fact, there is a certain band here in Toronto who gave us permission to use their music. And they do Transformers music. And Essential Twin's weird and is just Hasbro the multiverse RPG system right now. Yeah, and I'm like, I don't need this shit to cross over. I don't need Power Rangers and Transformers and G.I. Joe to cross over. I really don't. I don't want them to. Is it Lion? You'll know. You'll know. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, no, they gave us permission to use their music. I asked on Blue Sky, and they were like, yeah, go ahead. We don't care. Because I was doing a formal question of like, hey, how do we ask to do this kind of thing? I'm like, just go do it. We don't care. Like, all right, cool. So we are getting a Transformers RPG next year. Do I get Princess Twilight? I wish I was joking. If I hear that intro, I might lose it. But yeah. And they have covers of songs. Of some of the songs. The songs, guys. All right. Might want to get some formal documentation before fighting YouTube BS. I'm gonna send them a link closer to time and talk to them about that. But that'll be when I get there, which will be in like a month or two. So probably around March, I'll send that question, be like, hey, look, this is what we're doing, and we're just going to use one of your songs for this part of the game. Content ID is dumb. It is dumb and automated. Just look at other stuff. I get to talk about Traveler. Yay! I get to talk about Stars Without Number. I get to talk about... Oh, I can't wait. Iron Sworn. Oh, man. We're in the last minute. All right. Final minute, guys, before I have to go off and help my wife. Who has questions? Rapid fire. Go. YouTube is not as bad as Twitch when it comes to copyright. Who's got the questions? Let's go. And of course, join our socials. I am out of water. Oh. I'm so sleepy. I have not slept. I woke up at 9 for some reason today after going to bed really late, keeping my kid up about 9. All right, no question. Please relax as much as possible this year. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna work. It's not going to be as crazy as last year was, where I was really going. What were you drinking? Your food's not going to dox you somehow. Water. Do you have time for the March? A time for the March game? That'll be March 1st. Is when that game is going to be. We're setting up everything for that. Usual time of day, 3 o'clock Eastern. But right now it stands to be on March 1st because that's the date that works best for everything. But yeah, I am going to be taking it a lot easier this year. Because last year I burned myself out really bad with the charity stream, I was really trying to make this thing grow a lot last year, and it happened a little, but not a lot. And we're going to be taking it easy for a bit as we shuffle into this new name, as we transition, and Sam and mine's life is kind of still up in the air about a lot of things as we're trying to move some personal things forward. So we're going to ask for your patience. We are doing our best. We are never not doing our best to make things work for all of you, to give you great entertainment. And there will come a time where we're able to push ahead really well and really strongly. It's just not going to be this year. So please keep watching. And we'll keep going. And I hope you guys are liking the tribe. 4th episode came out last week. I got to watch the approval tonight at some point. But yeah, that's it. I'm out of time. I'm over by a minute, actually. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you for so many of you coming out towards the latter half. And as always, stay home, stay safe. Sorry, stay hopeful, stay safe, and stay kind. We will see you next time. Bye. Now, he said that, but he needs to go to credits and hit transition. Have a good night, everybody.